Yikes. One of Albahest's knives were used in Babel to murder Mr. Cochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of Damask 2 is Babel's Primaduck statue. Somehow, these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security system. The only one who traversed the two countries just before you and after the crimes was you. So as long as I can explain how the weapons moved about, Fransizka will remain a suspect. You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility. Have you considered the possibility of a small iron baby doll? But there's only one that's plausible. Your boss. Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself. What are you talking about? By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Long Z never said anything to that effect. You prosecutor, who do you think you are speaking about Lang Z's proverbs like that? I don't have my secretary to give me Lang Z right now, so I can't fact check that. I don't need his proverbs, because my words are all you will need to see the truth. Ooh, bold. Let's see. So the Albahest knife was used, and the murder weapon in the killing of Damask 2 is Babel's Primaduck statue. So I'm gonna say that that's not true because the Steel Samurai did. But how do I say the Steel Samurai did? What is this? This just says to get the statue. What leads to Steel Samurai Man? The Embassy Guide. Did the Embassy Guide talk about this? No. Talks about the fact that they were having, No, these are smuggling documents. What relates to the Steel Samurai? Oh. Here we go. Yeah, this is proof, right? Nope, that was definitely not proof. I was in fact very much wrong. I know. Last testimony took a big hit for me. Yeah, very much sadness. Oof. Okay, think rationally. I mean, how am I supposed to prove that they weren't the only ones who traversed? Or am I supposed to say the picture? Yeah, I guess I'll save now. I think you're right. Maybe I'll give this picture? Nope. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to press on that statement. See if that gets anything out of him. Was Fransizka really the only person to have traveled between the two countries? According to the guards at both doors, she's the only one to go back and forth. The sis was there in Albahest when the Yatagarazu showed up. And then, just before you guys found Mr. Cochin's body, she entered Babel. I think we can assume that's when she brought the knife into Babel. Then how do you explain the Primaduck statue? I haven't quite figured that out yet. However, the fact that the two weapons crossed the border proves that the killer must have also traveled across country lines. The only things to cross the border are the Primaduck statue and the knife. I should hardly think that these two are the only items, Agent Lang. Oh wait, no, that was too far. Let's see. Maybe show... Darn it, I keep doing that. Okay. One. And then the next one is the end. Okay, maybe say these two items and then pull out another. The other would be these sticks. Nope. Those hair sticks, obviously. I think I will once I get the answer. I'll probably rewind then. But okay, here's the thing. The Steel Samurai clearly went back and forward, and... What else? The only one who traversed the two countries. What else came from other sides? Right, we got that. Go to Yatagarazu. Okay, I think the other item might be... I think the pick was just... Oh, you're right, because it's wet. It had to come from... Nope. That's not gonna accept it. Yeah, so it's not the pick. So maybe it is... I mean, these? Nope. Yeah, I'm not quite sure yet what the item is. Anyone else want to give some suggestions? Let's see. What else? What was there? Oh no. Don't worry, if we get this wrong, we have a backup save. Wire. Can I trace the wire to any place? No. Like, what else could I say? You know what? I'm just gonna throw up this. Nope. That was very much wrong. I'm just gonna... Oh, it never happened. What do you mean I got a game over? Nope. Oh! Mr. Ko-Chen's body moved. Duh. No, it was his body. Right? Oh no, wait. No, his body didn't move, did it? I thought his body moved. I mistook that. I misremembered that. Alright. What is the other object that came over from there? We got a knife. We got the statue. And it's not the hair tie things. Maybe the dollars. Were the dollars? No, the dollars didn't say they came from here. So I don't think so. Did the note mention anything else? Documents. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Nope. Really goofed. So... The spear? Oh yeah, maybe the spear. Yeah. No. Maybe the spear will work on the other statement about being the only person? Oof. This is a bit painful. Yeah, this is a major oof. Ouch. My logical bones, they're breaking. Because I thought that the Steel Samurai went back and forward. Oh my goodness. Let's see, wire. Yeah, I'm not gonna look it up. There's only 3 options. It can't be that difficult to, like, brute force it. What's the first statement again? Oh. One of the Alba has knives and the murder weapon. So, those are both true. And we know that he was killed here. Cause of death. Oh wait, the other statue has to go back. He said Bell, so we need... Because the other statue needs to go to the other side. I'm a goof. Hey Jinlang, those 2 items are not the only 2 to cross the border tonight. Oh? Damask 2 was killed with Babel's Prima Duck statue, yes? But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Albahast's Prima Duck statue go? To Babel. Precisely. And if the 2 statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies. That sounds like such a nitpicking point. Like, you said 2, but it was 3. I guess so. But you know what? It doesn't matter the number of items. Only that the sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only person who went back and forth between Albahast and Babel is her. Is that really true? Was there no one else who traveled between the 2 countries? It's a no. It's the Steel Samurai. Sorry you looked it up, but I figured it out. Actually, there was definitely one other person. One who paid a visit to both sides of the wall. Well, not the Yatagara Zoo, technically. Is that really so, Agent Lang? What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked what the security guard said, along with the security camera's footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easily. But suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors. What other way? The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed. If I pointed out, it would open up a whole new possibility. And though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility. The impossible is possible! I'm gonna go get shot up into space. It looks like you've got some clever idea in mind. I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence. Fine then. Oh, your point looks so incomplete without, you there. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route. This piece of evidence is brought to you by I have one little bit of health left and I'm gonna save. Alright, so this is going to be the picture and we're gonna be like, yeah, I know this picture looks ridiculous, but here's the picture. Agent Lang, I'm sure you are familiar with this unforgettable photo. That supernatural photo, like I said before. Humans can't fly. No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well. And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either. I wouldn't dream of claiming that. And I won't allow you to take back what you've said either. I'll say it again. It's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. but you can zip line. So you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor. Ah. But how can I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? Wait. Not humanly possible. Eureka. It's the Iron Baby doll. Very well. You will have your explanation, or just like the statue itself. It sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo's blurry, trailed shadow is... Do I say the wire? I'm gonna save here so I don't have to go through all that again. Is it maybe just the statue they want me to say? Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled object, the Prima Duck statue replica. You can't be serious. Oh, I misclicked. The Yatagarazu, or rather, Callisto Yu, dressed as Agent Sheena, was inside Babel. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air. Not so fast. Ha, Mr. Prosecutor, you left out a very crucial bit in your explanation. I know I did. She launched it through the air? Ha! And how exactly did she do that? He is literally baring his fangs at me. He has a point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? Zip line! As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. I wish I had an answer here in my inventory. Like, this statue, these hair picks, maybe this wire. I'm sure none of it's connected. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier? Hey sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right? So just before the murder, Fransizka was called here, right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I'll need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma. Oh, what are you up to now, pretty boy? I am a pretty boy in the game. Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. And for that reason alone, you believed her to be the killer. I'm not really Edgeworth. I don't think I could be that smart. Yeah, I guess I did say something like that. In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is. Nah, it's fine. I'll figure it out on my own. Do you really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth? Maybe. How dare you? As I've said numerous times, there is absolutely no proof that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too. I would never suspect you, Fransizka. I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. Which is why I would like to hear about your movements in this room. Yeah. Fransizka, I feel that I still don't have enough information. Which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case. You gotta trust me, Fransizka. Trust me like I trust you. Alright. So, what would you like me to talk about? I'd like you to please testify to your movements in this room until the murder occurred. Alright. Let's try this your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl. No! Humph. As you wish. Joke's on you, I can't howl at all. As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Albastinian embassy. After I saw the Steel Samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office. Fransizka, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct? Yes, of course. I see. For now, the only way that I can see for us to break out of this situation is to ask Fransizka about her testimony in more detail. Yep, that is basically telling me to press. Like, telling me, which is good because I other times try to present evidence. I have so little health. Was on his way. I'm gonna press on this because I have doubts about the Steel Samurai. So you were at the theater as well? Yes, and I suppose you were also there as well, watching that stage show? Yes. Well, yes. So Fransizka was there. Well, after the show was over, and I saw the Steel Samurai run off. Oh, that was nothing. Turn to the Rose Guard. Maybe this. Why did you need to confirm the degree of preparation for even the speech? For security's sake, of course. What other reason could I have had? No one knew just how the Yatagarazu had planned getting in, right? Yes, I suppose you're right. And in the end, the Yatagarazu did choose to appear in the Rose Garden. Even if it did turn out to be nothing more than a shadow. Who would have thought that she would use a shadow? Calm down, Fransizka. She must still be nursing a grudge over the fact that she couldn't figure it out herself. Anyway, there was no one in the Rose Garden. And we were aware that the speech was set to start soon thereafter. After all the preparations, called back. Oh, darn it. Alright. I accidentally hit the end of it. Alright. Was assigned to guard duty in the Albastinian. Saw the Steel Samurai. Checked. At that time, Damask II's body had yet to be found in this room, is that correct? That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence. A criminal will say anything to get out of getting arrested. How do we know you're not lying? Well, if you need proof, I'd be happy to oblige you. Seriously? Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box. Probably waiting to switch out items. I can attest to that. I remember speaking with the lovely lady that time here in my office. Yeah, the flowers. Because the hairpins were clearly put in there. Grr. Alright then. Add that statement to your testimony, and let's hear some details. So, Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he? So, I'm gonna press on that again just to see if there's any more info. For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill? What do you mean by that? The entrance to this room is on this side. However, the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. People are commonly opaque. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. Isn't that not correct? I know, I just gotta keep saving till I get health back. I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alva is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me, with a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right? I suppose so. After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself, and is growing them with the utmost care, you know. Yes. The plants in this room, they are like my children. Expendable, and prompt to death if I choose to get them destroyed in a wire zipline contraption. The passion flowers in this flower box on the windowsill are growing beautifully too. All 4 of them are in full bloom. 4 of them? There aren't 4. Gasp! Miss Von Karma, what did you say just now? I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement do you not understand? What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append that statement to your testimony. Very well. Let me just save. Eat DPS fries? I do not know what that means, but fries are good. Bam. There's only 2 in there, Von Karma. Tearing you apart. Fransizka, please check on your ability to count. For some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence. It does appear to be that way. I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis. You lied about the number of flowers. You're trash. Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this? No, Kay, I need this info to set up the zip-lining plot. Yeah, sir. If you keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir. Eek. All I've done is state what I saw. I have not made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I am still under suspicion of murder. Is the number of flowers really all that important at this juncture, Miles? At the very least, it is a contradiction in this enigmatic case. One that I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant. Ha! Then let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove? I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine that flower box. Hey, I need you. Yes, exactly. How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy. Zip line. It's a zip line. I figured this out. They're my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. I love these flowers so much. Of course I would never let someone use them in a zip-lining plot. So I ask that you be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth. And not prove me compliant in this case in some way. I understand. What's the suspicious part? The fact that the soil is dry as hell? This patch of soil looks as though it's had something removed from it. Hey, what are you doing, Mr. Prosecutor? Yes, Sticks. Why'd you clam up all of a sudden? Definitely gonna look at those. I'm still here, waiting for an explanation, you know. Did you know, Agent Lang? The flowers are best appreciated in silence. Shh. Looks like two things were pulled out of this flower box. Yep, the jam. The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers. Despite being called flowers, they are actually a species of vine. They appear to be growing well and are well supported by these plant supports. Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only two here to me. You realize, don't you, sis? Your little lie has failed you. What would this lie even accomplish if it was a lie? Ah, Miles Edgeworth. Hurry up and shut this man up for me already. I suppose I will need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I? Yes, I will use some evidence after I do a quick save. I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require. Oh, you do ya? You have such confidence in that face of your current plight. But I highly doubt it'll last until the end. Ah, my throat. You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang. We'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence. The truth the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this piece of evidence. The sticks. Sheena, who was supposedly in Babel the entire time, had these hair sticks on her that look exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers. Heh, and so what? I'm still around. Is this really all that important to the case? Of course it is. It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight. Yeah. Think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were originally in Albast, but somehow they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babel the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue. Rah. Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babel. Zipline. How did these support sticks find their way to Babel and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up there. Aha, that's why. Agent Lang, if you would please look at this and tell me its shape. It's just another stick, isn't it? And so it is. But the shape of the support sticks is what is important. Or when they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus. Are we saying... Is it joined with the... what? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the spear? Yeah. Let me just really quick... and do another save. I'm so low on health. Spear? Or... pick? Yeah. Nope. So maybe the crossbow, like, or I don't know what it's supposed to be used with. That's a crossbow. Wait, you're not actually suggesting. I am. These hair sticks, or rather, plant support sticks. I don't know how that worked. Oh, they're arrows. What? No, they're not. They don't look... Yeah, my over 9,000 IQ used a big boy galaxy brain moment. But also, those don't look like arrows at all. They don't look aerodynamic. Yeah. I've done it. I found the common thread that connects the two offices. But this thread has yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it have been who fired these sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread that ties all of these things together. Mr. Prosecutor, hold up a second. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all.